Guys, welcome back to another video, and I've already made a mistake, but I am doing something that YouTube calls, something that a lot of YouTubers do, and it is called Draw My Life. And I don't want to hate because I haven't drawn this bit, but I just want to say that I am terrible at drawing, and I will do any writing like this. Sometime in the year of 2005, well, not sometime, but on the 12th of July 2005, something happened. Someone went into the hospital and they came out again and they were with, and yes, I think you can already guess that someone was me. So this was around the time that my mum was still with my dad. So when I was young, my mum would often be quite upset. I don't know. I didn't know why. But then when I was 2, my mum got really sad to the point where our small little home that we were living in, I think we were in town, I'm not going to say where, we still live around there, but we were in a small house, me, my mum and my dad. And of course, and I cannot forget, my older sister, who's only just older than me by 3 years, and people would say, oh, that's not just older at all. And it really annoyed me. And it really, really annoyed me that she would always be bigger and stronger and just, well, better than I was. But something that I didn't really understand about my sister at the time is my sister has a form of special needs. But to me, she's like any other sister. Yeah, she's special needs, which I don't really mind. I just think of her as the same person, because, well, she is. Doesn't matter what you are, and so I was just really happy. But then my dad started to get, like, angrier and angrier, and I just didn't, oh god, those lips. And I just didn't like it very much, because I always like, obviously, I love my mum and dad, but it came to the point where they went their separate ways, and they would just split up, and there's nothing that we could do about it, and this left me confused, and I didn't know what was going on. This would often leave me really confused, and sometimes, like, I felt like nobody actually cared. When I was about 5 years old, that's when things started to get really out. Just before this happened, my parents would use big words that I wouldn't understand, and it just, I don't know how to explain it. Just like, I obviously didn't like it because it was my parents, and what they were, I could even tell that what they were saying then wasn't good. So that's when our family started splitting apart. So me and my sister, we stopped being, like, really close to each other, and I think it's because my dad left, and I was like I don't know, she was really upset, and she was into like games, and I'd be like, oh, just go away, Angel, I don't like it when, I don't like those sort of games anymore, because I don't know if I've mentioned this, but my dad is not my sister's dad. No, my sister has a completely different dad, so for her this was completely different. So the big happy family that we had, it just vanished. So I've always been one of those independent people, and then when I started to go to school, people would often pick on me, and I never knew why. But I would come out of school, like, with low self-esteem. I would hate myself every single day. And I just didn't know why they were doing it. And that's when I started to think, what's wrong with me? Because all my life, through all of these tragic moments, there's always been something. There's always been something, and I started thinking about everything that had happened in my life. And then I came to the conclusion, because when I started primary school, there's a terrible drawing. Well, people were still being rude to me, and come to the point where at this point, I was sort of used to it, but just not. Because, I mean, how can you get used to people picking on you? And it was completely different people. Like, they weren't even the same people, but they just started falling apart, and felt like I was going to, like, I don't know, like my life was a mess, and I couldn't see things the way that other people saw things. Like that, people might think is a school, but that's what some people think, and I just hated it. And then that's when I came to high school, and the first time there, I met a really cool person who I thought was cool, and I'm not going to put a real name. Actually, I will, but I'm not going to say her last name. No, I'm not going to put a real name. I'm going to put it as Anna. And that is nothing like her real name. And obviously you had me, and I was getting along really, really well with Anna. Like, we would chat. And this was when we had just started the school. Both of us. And then, so-called Anna, well, she started to notice how, like, unpopular I was, and just how much people hated me. And so, well, the Anna I had known a long time ago started hanging out with other people, and I didn't really mind that, but when the people that she was hanging out with was actually turning her against me. So, when she came over to me later, and I would be like, oh, hi Hannah, she would be like, what do you want, and calling me all these sweary names. And at this point I was really confused, and I didn't know what was going on. not. And so it would be something like this, like I would be like, then she'd be like, yeah. Yeah, she'd call me all sorts of names, and I just hated it, and then everyone started going against me. And they still are at this day. Because to this day, I'm in high school. I'm in year 7, which is the first year of high school. And honestly, I think I only have there's only 2 people that I can call real friends. And I am going to use their real names because it's for a good reason. And so, we've always been a team, we do everything together. Literally everything. We're 3 girls, and so you have me, and then you have Caitlin, and you have Carly. And these girls, they guide me through everything. Literally, we do everything together. And even if I'm not feeling down, even if I'm feeling down, they will always find a way to cheer me back up. And so, that is where I've been watching YouTube for a long time at this point. A really, really, really long time. And I thought, well, if everyone else is going to do it, I'm not going to paint, hang on. If everyone else is going to do this YouTube thing, and you see people I would just watch gamers for hours. And I thought, what if I made a YouTube channel? And oh my god, whatever I've done. This is bad. And so I thought, I don't know. YouTube. That is a very bad drawing. That's when I came across YouTube, and in my head, well, what would happen if I done it myself? And I was like, oh, nobody will watch it. But then, Caitlin and Carly, these people, you should totally do it. Or you will be great, and I just don't know. Pretty much everyone else at my school are against me. I just don't know why. And so I did, and that's what brought me today to somewhere where I never thought that I would get.